Oh yeah? Well, why don't you teach me? Fine, I will! God.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Albion tutorial. Today we're going to be discussing the Destiny board and the various features of the board. The Destiny board, by default hotkey B, is the way in which you can progress your character in Albion. The Destiny board is one giant wheel. You can see that it expands all the way to the outermost edges, and there's a whole lot of these little spokes that make up the wheel. The wheels are color-coded, however, because you're going to have green representing crafting destinies, red representing fighting destinies, and off-color green representing the gathering and farming, are strictly farming, I should say, because gathering professions are actually in blue. Now, the various destinies that you're able to complete are listed here in these four primary spokes: fighting, farming, gathering, and crafting. Each of those is of course broken up even further, which is why they call it destinies, because if your true aspiration in life is to become the world's greatest fighter, you say to yourself, I'm going to be the world's greatest hunter, and then you say to yourself, I'm going to be the world's best bow fighter, and then you say to yourself, I'm going to be the world's greatest war bow combat specialist. You can do that. You can do that for everything in the game of Albion. So, what you're going to do is decide pretty early on, what do you want to do? Yeah, what do you want to do? It's a question that many of you are going to struggle with answering, but as you play and you try to do most of the basic activities, you're going to discover what your true passions are. For some of you, it's going to be crafting, and much of your time is going to be spent here over in the green area. For those of you who love to fight, you're going to be spending most of your time in the red. Kind of an orange color, isn't it? For those of you who want to farm, you're going to be in the lime green area, and for the rest of you, you're going to be in the blue. Now, I will say one of the easiest ways to get started with earning money and to pick a destiny that's very quick to get started on is to fight. The reason I say that is because fighting doesn't require you to run from town to town. It doesn't require you to drop off goods. It only requires you to train and fight and kill and gather up as much silver as possible before you visit the marketplace to buy yourself new weapons and armor and upgrades. It's a fairly straightforward process. You equip a weapon, such as a hunter weapon, which could be a dagger, for example, and the destiny tells you exactly what you need to do in order to level up your dagger. But before you can get to the daggers, you need to level up the Journeyman Hunter skill. And it says to do that, kill creatures of Tier 2 plus, so you could kill a Tier 2, Tier 3, so on and so forth, while you are wearing the Novice's Bow. The Novice's Weapon is something that you're going to craft from the basic crafting station here in the starting town. So, if that's what we chose to do, which I did, you're going to get a series of quests from this gentleman up here, who is going to send you to the crafter down here, and you may be in a different location depending on the town that you chose to start in, and you're going to select from that list a variety of choices. I chose to craft the bow, and so now we're on our way to making that weapon. Regardless of what you pick, if you decide to change your mind, let's say you wanted to be a... we wanted to be a mage. In order to unlock being a journeyman mage, you need to be able to equip the Novice's Fire Staff. Naturally, of course, you've already experienced crafting, so you would find the appropriate crafting station and craft yourself the Fire Staff. That's it. There is no locking you into one destiny. The Destiny board is yours to take control of, and you're free to do whatever you would like to do. If you wanted to be a crafter of tools and you wanted to make axes, by all means, start crafting. You don't spend points in the Destiny board to unlock things. The only points that you have to spend are learning points. Learning points are given to you as long as you're a premium member. So that is a feature only available to the premium players. If you don't have the learning points, you're not going to be able to spend them When you spend them, all it does is gives you the additional experience points needed to complete the rest of the level for the unlock. So if you are a premium member, which many of you are going to be because in order to play the game you get 33 days membership, you're going to be spending your points. So let me show you on my other character exactly what that means. I'm back, and this is the character I first started playing with. In my Destiny board, you're going to see that I have 229 learning points. So if I wanted to, let's be better... Here you go. If I wanted to be a better ore smelter, I would just have to craft copper bars or better. In order to craft the better bars, of course, you have to go through this process of crafting the lower level bars. So, I would need to be able to craft copper bars. Well, to make copper bars, you know that I need copper ore, which is shown here by clicking on the icon for copper bar. So I'm going to go and complete some crafting of the copper bars in order to show you how to spend learning points. I'll be right back. Hi ho, it's off to work I go. You think you're so tough, don't you? Well, I will steal all of your ore, you ore elemental beast. Yeah, hiya. Oh, you're going down. Yeah. It's like taking candy from a baby. Oh, you had tin ore. Well, I guess I didn't need to kill you and slaughter you and your entire family. How much of this stuff do I need anyway? Oh boy. I better just keep farming away. Oh, you're 10. Ah, there we go, copper. Oh boy. Ah, finally, I think I've gathered up enough ore. Now, before we get started crafting it and completing one of our destinies, I want to show you exactly how do you complete that destiny. So what I'm working on is I'm working on the smelting profession, or destiny rather, and you can see that I currently have 859 out of 3,713 fame. The number on the left is how much fame you've already earned, while the number on the right is the total amount of fame required to level up this skill. Now, I can just start crafting the copper bars as I see fit and hurry up and quickly get to the point that I'm going to level up the skill, or you can be a nerd like me. You can open up the smelter, craft 1 copper bar, and you're going to realize, oh, I can earn 1 fame for the copper bar, which means that if you go into your destiny board and then you take the right number and you subtract the left number from the right number, you're going to see that, wait for it, as I pull out my handy dandy notebook, and we're going to do this out. Thank goodness I am a math teacher in real life, because the answer that we get is 2,852. Wow. Now you can see why it's important to be using the learning points, because that is a lot of ore. However, thankfully, we do not have to craft that many because we have the learning points. The learning points is set to exactly 1/3 of your total. So we're going to take the 3,713 divided by 3. I need 1,237 fame in order to level up my smelting. So then, minus the 861, we see that I now need 376 ore. Oh boy. That's going to take a long time. Thankfully, it says copper bars are better, and since my smelting can make bronze bars, look at that, yeah. We're going to craft the highest possible item. Excuse me. Now, if we craft a bronze bar here, you can see that we earn 7 fame. Woo! Now, I got bonus fame because I am a premium member, but that's for another video, another time. So, now, let's see how much fame we need. Ooh, I'm a sucker for mathematics. Stay in school, kids. Okay, so we know that we need 1,237 fame in order to level up the profession so that I can spend the learning points on it. Minus the 960, you get 277. 277 divided by the 7 fame that I'm earning for the bronze bar means I only need to make Oh, goodness gracious me, 40 bronze bars. Whew. I won't make you sit and watch this part of the video, so I'll be right back once I have 40 bronze bars so that I can show you how to spend your learning points. I'm just regretting the fact that I'm going to have to do this for a crafting video too. Oh well. Yes, your flash of tin ore will be mine! What? There we are. I've finally gathered enough fame in order to level my adept ore smelter by spending learning points on it. If you did not have the learning points, I would need to fill this bar all the way up in its entirety. But thankfully we do have learning points, so all you have to do is click Learn. And there you have it. Now you can start to work towards building up to the next expert ore smelter, or you may also continue to level up your adept ore smelter ability. When you level up the destinies, you're just going to get a bunch of bonuses or unlock the ability to use new things, such as if you level up your fighting skills, you're going to have access to bigger and better bows, which are shown here. Of course, I can use any of the variety here, but that pretty much covers the components of the Destiny board. Now the question is, what should you do first? Okay, well, so this is the age-old question for many Albion players because of the fact we do not have classes. The game is, of course, set up in a way that we can do anything, but if you're a person that does not want to waste their learning points and maximize your potential using them, you're going to want to focus on one thing or the other. Your best bet is to focus on a fighting profession first, and the reason I say that is because the fighting destinies are the easiest to level. All you have to do to complete them is to kill stuff. Look, kill creatures of tier 3+ while wearing a novice's bow or better. That's it. And by killing a bunch of things, you're actually going to earn yourself quite a lot of silver. You won't have to visit markets, you don't have to go in and out of towns. All you need to do is be ready to kill a bunch of bandits. Go out into the world, kill a bunch of players once you get to that point. I mean, there's a lot of different things that you can do to earn yourself silver, which I will cover in another video. But my recommendation is just that. Go out, get yourself a weapon of your choosing, and level that one weapon up. Max it out, spend your learning points as you see fit, and from there, then you may probably consider working on gathering professions, seeing that in order to gather higher and higher materials, you're going to need to be able to use better and better tools. Or the armor, really, for that matter. Which, of course, gathering professions are quite easy as well. You're just going to go out, and this is to chop down trees. Simple. But then you have to haul those trees back, and, well, you know, it can get tedious. But nevertheless, it's all worth it, because eventually you will max out all of your abilities on the Destiny board. But until that day, focus on one thing, and try not to overburden yourself with a large variety of activities. The last thing I just want to cover, because this ties into the Destiny board, is your Destiny tracker. The Destiny tracker gives you access to the Destiny board simply by clicking on it if you don't want to hit the B button. But you can actually tell it to track the different destinies that you want it to track. So if you're one of those people that is focusing on fighting, you can deselect everything else, and it will only show you the destinies related to fighting. And here you can see that in order for me to level my dagger fighter, I have to kill creatures of tier 3 while wearing a journeyman's dagger or better. And again, click on that little picture. I can see that that's the journeyman's dagger. Resize the window if you'd like, making it big or small. Track one thing at a time if you so choose to do so. Make it mini. Who cares? Choice is yours. And that covers the Destiny board of Albion Online. And remember, play lots and study hard.